Hello and welcome to another episode of Lives on Lockdown. I'm Andrew Eborn and I'm delighted that straight away we're going to go to line 4227 and it's Stacey.
Good morning.
Hello. How are you doing? All right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I woke up really happy today. I don't know why.
Ah, fantastic. It's probably a text from me ridiculously early. That's what made you happy.
Oh, that was so funny. I keep my phone by the side of my bed. One, because I have kids, and two, because I'm waiting for news on my niece Meghan. So when it went at 4:45 in the morning, I was just like, no. Luckily, it was you.
It was 4:44 and there's a reason for that. Diane will tell you. 4:44 is always good. It's a wonderful... Are you waiting for Meghan to call you? That's good news.
No, I didn't want Meghan to call me.
Which Meghan was that? Would Harry object?
No, he'll be cool with this. She is my niece, and I adore her.
Ah, there you go. Well, I loved her in Suits, actually. That was one of her best roles. I think when you start putting the role garb on, that made it a bit more difficult, didn't it? But Suits, she was fantastic. And
She was.
she
She was wonderful. Now. Yeah, I hope she's having fun.
She is having a lot of fun. And what I love as well, because Harry is a real advocate of mental health, and this is Mental Health Awareness Week, and he has been brilliant at talking about everything. So we've really been encouraging people, and all week, people have not only been talking about mental health, but also about this wonderful section we've now started. Isn't this cool? The gefilte fish out of water.
A gefilte fish out of water. Before we leave mental health, did I ever tell you that I manage musicians as well?
You did, and I knew that. I knew you managed it with superb musicians. Talk to me about some of them.
Well, one of them has a new single out, which he is promoting for Mental Health Week. It's called Shelter by Henry Fricker, and it was co-written and produced by someone else I manage called Joe Not Joseph. And it is, it's like a classic. It is one of the most beautiful songs that I have ever heard. And the music is layered so beautifully, but it works on so many levels for mental health. One, because lyrically, obviously, and two, because the music is so gentle and lulling, but yet so contemporary and pop, that if you're having a bad moment, which I sometimes do, I put it on. Sometimes I have to play it 3 times, but normally it just calms me right down. It actually changes my breathing. So that's my gift for everyone today, the song Shelter by Henry Fricker.
I love it. And I love the fact that we have the Stacey shout out of every possible. We've got food, we've got songs, we've got here's a buy your dog food, buy a dog to go with the dog food. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is like the old QVC days. Buy now. But we will absolutely. I'll tell you what, we should get him on the show. When is he free? I know his manager, isn't it?
My guess is he's free every day for now.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we will sign him up. Come along, we'll get him chatting about the single, because I love all of that. Anytime I can give a platform to discuss mental health issues, and lots of people have written in and said, I am the Joe Wicks of mental health. And I thought, what a lovely thing to do. I'll take that, absolutely. If we can do things to get people talking about mental health, help them feel good about themselves, realize that it's okay not to be okay, that would be fantastic. So
it's okay not to be okay.
Thank you for the people who suggested that. The Joe Wicks of mental health. Andrew Eborn, the Joe Wicks of mental health. We'll do that. We'll work out. Fantastic. Not only talk about working out, we need the dough, as all managers do. We need the dough, which is a lovely segue into making bread with Stacey. Tell us about the bread today, Stacey.
So this is keto bread rolls, and it comes from a brilliant chef that I know called Darren Statz. He is a tour caterer. Best chef I've ever met, best chef I ever knew. Again, when I'm just out of the music industry, I opened up an art gallery. And my beautiful little art gallery didn't have any heat. So when the winter came, I had to leave. Went and I worked in his cafe, and we became great friends. And the cafe has changed hands many times. He and I have stayed friends. And he gave me this. He does keto religiously. And I just love it because it's a high protein dough and it's very low carb, almost no carbs. So let me bring you down and show you how it's made.
Oh, I loved it.
You start with
one thing, Stacey. I thought Keto was the guy who used to jump out and surprise Peter Sellers.
Keto.
Oh, that's
one
Keto.
round.
Okay.
Well, so here we go.
A quick vowel movement of the morning. Here we go. So what have we got here? What's this?
We have 150 grams of almond flour.
Lovely.
We have 40 grams of psyllium husk. We have 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and those are your dry ingredients. Then the wet ingredients, I'm going to have to switch places, are 120 grams of egg whites. And if you watch the promo this morning, I goofed that up so badly. We have 225 milliliters of boiling water and 2 teaspoons of cider vinegar. Mix those together. Whoops. Let's just say that's 2, because I
I love that. That works. Let's just say that's 2. I think. This is
Normally,
science, Stacey. This is science.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they say baking is a science and that you can't fudge it. You have to measure everything appropriately. But I've done it so many times that I don't use spoons or anything anymore.
No, we'll let you off the whoops. We'll say that's 2. I think that's okay. I like that approach.
Yeah, and that's why I love cooking rather than baking, because I am a very little of this, little of that, change the ingredients because I don't have something in the house kind of person. So mix that up and then add the wet to the dry. And you'll be surprised at how quickly this comes together.
And fantastic. And the great thing we were discussing beforehand, this is everything free. So it's really, really good for people who are something intolerant and everything else, isn't it?
That's right. I might have mentioned that I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, and I have a zillion food allergies. And the fact that I can eat this and I like it, I mean, I genuinely prefer this to any gluten-free bread, is a miracle. So when it starts to come together, I change over to a spatula. And then you'll see that when it pulls away from the sides and stays in a ball, all you do is you make it into rolls and you bake it. And I just want to show you my little trick for adding extra flavor. So I have the pan, which I've lined with baking parchment, and I'm going to layer the bottom with salt and rosemary.
And that's fresh rosemary, yes? Oh, is that one of the bowls you made?
It is, yes. I normally have fresh, but I have dried some of my own fresh rosemary that grows in the front garden.
Oh, I can smell it already. I love rosemary.
Myself. So, and you can either roll it with your hands or you can, look how well that's come together now.
That's
you can either roll it with your hands or drop it. And it makes 4 large rolls or 6 small rolls. Oh
no, drop it. Do it dramatically. I like the drop. Go for it. Put the bowl the other side, then I can see the drop.
You got it.
There we go. That's the one. Drop it. Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible.
That's. Oh, that's glorious.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you don't have to get your hands dirty. There is no reason for anyone to be mushy. There you go. And then I put some more on top, just for extra flavor. And it goes in the oven. It goes into a 180-degree oven for normal people.
Normal people? What are they? I've yet to meet any normal people, but 180 degrees in the oven, okay.
And it has to cook for 50 minutes.
50 minutes. Everything's 50 minutes. Yeah,
that's right, 50. And they puff up beautifully.
Look, here's one I prepared earlier. Look at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, come on, I can smell it.
Yeah, it smells beautiful.
Ah, that is amazing. You should break it open though, Stacey, and show us the inside with the steam coming out. And take a little bite and show us that ecstatic moment again, because that always works well. Sell it to us, Stacey. Sell it to us.
You are such a showman.
Go for it. Oh, I love that. And take a bite. You take a bite. Shows what it looks like when it's bitten.
That's so good. That little bit of salt and rosemary on the top just gives it flavor. You could eat it on its own. Although I have to say, I have one every morning with peanut butter on it. Peanut butter and some sort of fruit.
No, fantastic. So peanut butter and jelly. You're a P&J fan, are you?
PBJ, yeah.
Oh, it's got to be good, doesn't it? PBJ. Which is
Mhm.
also the name of a very famous talent agency, Peter Bennett Jones, who looked after Rowan Atkinson and all sorts of wonderful people. Sure, it's brilliant. Brilliant force.
Does
So
he want to meet me?
PBJ. What's that, sorry?
Does he want to meet me?
I'm sure that everybody wants to meet you, Stacey, and you've got to, but you haven't shouted out a few names today. You know, this is normally everybody's here with their bingo cards, waiting for Stacey to say their name. We've done the challenge. Who are we missing today? So what have we got? So run us through the ingredients again, then, and we'll put it in the comments below as well. So run us through the
Oh, thank
ingredients.
you.
This is what you need.
It's 150 grams of almond flour. I keep the recipe on the side of my fridge so I can read it. 150 grams of almond flour, 40 grams of psyllium husk, 120 grams of egg whites, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons cider vinegar, 225 mils of boiling water. Mix everything together, separately dry and wet. Bring them together, form the dough, make the balls. You're done. 50 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade.
Brilliant. It sounds so simple. We'll get the nation baking. It'll be superb. And don't forget the drop. I love the drop. I love the it doesn't matter, just throw it all in. Do send in your pictures. We'll put a picture up online as well. So do come and subscribe to Octopus TV. We've got regular things. Stacey will be back. What are we going to do next time, Stacey?
Well, I was thinking, how do you feel about making some pate, or as we call it, chopped liver?
I love pate. I love chopped liver. Okay, what do we need to prepare for that if we're going to follow along?
Chicken livers, cream cheese, butter, a little bit of amaretto or frangelica, and a little bit of cream.
What was that word in the middle which had a vowel that went on forever? Butter.
Do you know? So you know a New York accent, because when there's an R at the end of the word, we don't pronounce the word. So it's butter.
Butter.
And my last name is Haber, but here it's butter and Haber. Yeah, I can't do it. I cannot do it.
We have an elongated vowel. It's got to be good. We've had a lot of vowel movements this morning, from Keto to Keto to everything. Our morning vowel movements with Stacey.
I'm sorry, but I'm not doing vowel movements on TV.
I thank you. It's always a joy. Stacey, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you very much. We'll be doing chopped liver tomorrow with the pate. But for now, Stacey, thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
So there you have it, another session with Stacey. And hopefully you're playing along with the name-dropping bingo. We will get lots of those guests on the show as well. If you want to be on the show, write to me at lol, at octopustv.com. For now, do subscribe to Octopus. Stay tuned, stay well. Don't go and visit Durham. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. But stay alert. I'll see you next time. Bye.